Welcome to the fifth and final day of MizzouCentral's coverage of the NFL Scouting Combine here in Indianapolis. I'm Joey Van Zummeren, and I am joined by Quentin Corpuel for the last day here to recap everything going on with Mizzou's 8 football players here. Now, today is Saturday, and that means we heard from kicker Harrison Mevis along with offensive tackle Javon Foster. Quentin, what was your main takeaway from hearing from Javon today?
Again, it's always good to hear any of the Missouri guys here talk again. But yeah, Javon, he touched on a lot of different things. Talked to him for about 15 minutes. I'm currently writing a story about him and Cody Schrader talking about how the outside zone that they ran so effectively this year worked so well. They both gave pretty good insight into that in terms of like actual football specifics of what they're both looking for.
So we're basically always reading. My aiming point on outside zone is butt crack of the ghost tight end. So if there's no tight end to it, you want to get your shoulders and eyes to the end. You're reading the tackle block. You're reading that 5 technique. If he jumps outside, you're most looking for the cutback. But if he stays kind of inside and we can get him reached, you want to circle the defense and get outside. But when you're running behind Javon Foster and Xavier Delgado on the left side, they cleaned up stuff pretty well for me.
And then Javon, the quote he gave on his mother and his grandmother being very good role models in his life. And when people talked about, hey, what makes you stand out? He just said he's really good at what he does. And he also mentioned his versatility, which is something he mentioned at the Senior Bowl as well. So it was good talking to Javon. What'd you hear from Harrison?
So the thicker kicker talked about just staying consistent, with kickers. A lot of it is just mental, and that's a lot of what he was asked about. I asked about his kickoffs, which was something he wanted to improve on in this year, and this is how he said he evaluated his performance on that this season.
Being able to kick off this year and do a decent job at it was really good for my development. I feel like there were some technical things that I could change up and that I've changed up since season. Just not hitting it like a field goal and just staying straight up and through with it. And really smashing the ball is what I really been focusing on. And yeah, I mean, I think it was a good experience for me.
And then yesterday, it was workouts for the defensive backs, which was safety J.C. Carlisle, and then defensive backs for Saban Strain and Rakestraw from Missouri. I just wanted to hit on a great day that J.C. Carlisle had. He ran a 4.5 40-yard dash, which is rather impressive for him. And probably you could make the argument that he had the most impressive day from at least what was expected out of him with all 3 defensive backs. Quentin, what are your takeaways from all the workouts this week so far?
I wanted to highlight 2 players in particular. One was Darius Robinson. The other was Rakestraw, because long story short, I think we're going to see better numbers from them in certain workouts at their pro day, I believe on March 22nd. So later this month, about 3 weeks from now. Darius Robinson, I believe only recorded a 21 reps on the bench press. And he later quote tweeted his score and was like, what did he say? The exact quote was, "This is not an accurate reflection of my bench press. The setup at the combine is unacceptable. The rack and bar is uneven with the J hooks, and the bench moves with the carpet floor. I will be doing this again at my pro day on March 22nd. And then it came out after workouts yesterday that Rakestraw was dealing with a groin injury, which is probably why his 40-yard dash time was lower than some people might have expected. So I would expect those times to be better when Mizzou has their pro day about 3 weeks from now.
I think that's all we got for you here from Indianapolis. We will be getting out of town today, and then Javon Foster will be working out tomorrow. Today we'll be seeing Cody Schrader take the field, so interested to see how he does. But we thank you for tuning in and supporting our coverage all week here from Indianapolis.